Hi guys, Crispin here with the Knowledge Business Blueprint and my own sort of video series sharing with you on the journey, working with you, giving you insight that I feel I can providing value as much as I feel is possible, and I hope you agree and enjoy these videos. Please give reactions, comments. I really love it when you guys get engaged, and it just shows the kind of messages that you respond to and I should be making. So yeah, I was talking with Lionella. She's a friend. We're in a group together, hashtag KBB Mastermind Group. Obviously we're in this together, the Knowledge Business Blueprint, and she was sharing a message. She wrote an episode. It's her Helping Hand series, episode number 6, and where she says, I'm not an expert, perhaps will never be one, and it just asks the question about deciding when you're an expert, right? When does a passion become a profession? When do you establish competency? When do you move from amateur to expert? And we had a comment exchange on this, which I think you guys can see on the main page. And I really wanted to share a larger message. I want to share the message to the larger group. And basically the whole idea I had was, I got a business license recently. I moved to Utah. I had a business license in California. But out here in Utah, I've been here a couple of years now. Gosh, almost 3 years. But wanted to set up my business. Obviously, I had been filing under 1090, but really needed to create a business. And this Knowledge Business Blueprint is helping me launch to the next level, get to the next level, build my business. So obviously I got that license. I got my tax and use ID number, and just doing all the things you need to do in order to be in business. But again, that's not really, that doesn't mean you've succeeded. That means you have a license. It's like, you go to university, you get a degree, but you come out with a degree, and like Tony and Dean said, 74% of people don't have a career in the business that they, in the subject they studied at the university. So clearly that doesn't mean you have a license to practice, a license to do business, getting a degree. And so many people talk about paying your dues. You get into the industry and you got to pay your dues. Like, you got a degree, isn't that your dues? If you got a master's, isn't that your dues? You got a PhD, isn't that your dues? I mean, I can see it's in their interest to some degree, some people's interest who have this sort of motivation, to prevent you from getting into the marketplace and doing well. They'll view you as competition. I mean, that's ridiculous. There's like 7.5 billion people on the planet, 350 million alone in this country, hundreds of millions in Europe, 1 billion in China. I mean, what are they talking about? What competition are they afraid of? I mean, ridiculous. Maybe it's that you're young and you've got new techniques and new methods. It will be definitely true of you that you're a competition in a certain manner by being the gold standard, by being a member of the Knowledge Business Blueprint and providing these workshops. But yeah, you're not going to necessarily run them out of business, and especially when you've gotten your degree and coming into the market. But they'll tell you need to pay your dues, you need to put your years in, you need to climb the ladder, but maybe, I suspect, they're just preventing you from being competition. Anyway, my answer to what gives you a license to do business is results. That's my answer. I think that you have know-how, you have understanding, you have a passion, you have a job, a career, you learn about it, you understand it, you study it, at school, outside of school. But when you're able to engage other people and they're interested in what you have to say and it makes sense to them and they can use it and get results, man, that is value. That is your license. They're going to come to you for more. And, typically, people start their business. I did stuff for free. I worked for a producer, a friend of mine, for free. I worked for a director. I was getting paid, an independent director. I was getting paid, but I did all of his administration, basically business administration, applying the early days of my business organization machine in the turn of 2000, the century, from 1999, just before we went into 2000. And I worked for a consulting firm around then as well. Later on, I did some consulting, but I never quite got into a position to fully set myself up in business, I thought. And I've done so much since then. I'm in a whole different level of capability and understanding. But the point is that, I did that work for him for free on top of what, work I was doing that he paid me for. And I'd stay late and put in extra time, and it didn't matter to me. But then, I started getting thousands of dollars consulting. I got a salary, and then I was doing it on my own and delivering value, 4,500 from one customer, and so on. But then when I did my first workshop, I called it Establishment 2.0. It's now the Business Organization Machine. And I was charging $150, 10% of what I charge. Then now I'm charging $1,500, right? So you build the value in the marketplace. You charge rates that people are willing to pay and that you feel comfortable with, especially when you're beginning. And then eventually you earn the right to ask for your full rate and to increase your rates. But, it's results. It's not a degree. It's not a PhD. It's not working in the business or the industry. It's your ability to get the result that people want, to deliver the services, the products that people want. So much so they see the value of what you provide is worth more than the money they have, right? So they give you money that you're exchanging for your services, and they're totally fine with that. I mean, to rip somebody off, to get them to give you money, but then not provide the value, not provide the results, that doesn't give you a license to do business. And in the end, that's the sort of thing that gets you in real trouble, and you get your business license revoked, or your medical license revoked, or your license to practice law revoked. If you're not working to get results, that is not okay. That's not a legitimate way to do business. The only legitimate way, the only thing that is legitimate in terms of your ability to do business, right? The license to do business, as it were, is the ability to get results. Get results yourself and get results for your clients. And that's what these guys are telling us, right? That's what Dean and Tony and Russell are telling us. They're saying, look, if you can get results for people who are chapter behind, then you can charge them. You can provide them value and charge them for that value. If you don't just need to get a certificate from KBB or NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, like Tony, you don't have to get the license, the certificate to provide it, to get results. You just need to be able to get results. I can't wait to have my certificate to post it on the wall for this. I can't wait to use it as a sales technique, as a story, about being the gold standard and, wanting to be a member of a community of thousands and ultimately tens of thousands of people, making their profession a business, the kind of people that are dedicated and committed to massive change and excellent results. I mean, you should see the people when they go through my workshop. They're blown away. Their eyes go up. They get touched. They tell me they've never told anyone these personal dreams and secrets and goals and aspirations before. Like, I'm the first person. And it's because of the trust we built. It's because they see it's going to work, and their vulnerability opens up their ability to share their true inner dreams, so that I can help them, so that they can use these tools to help them make them a reality. It's wonderful. So, that's the kind of community we are. And I'm going to have that certificate, and I'm going to show that to people, the KBB certificate. And that's a badge of honor. And we're the best. We're the top of the food chain. We're the lions or the gorillas, or both, So, guys, I hope this is useful to you. The only thing you should be focusing on is your ability to deliver results, get results, provide people the things that they know in order to advance. That's the distinguishing factor. And I believe that gives you license. That is your license to do business, the ability to get results for people. Bye now.